Good morning, my fellow travel lovers. I have been seeing so many questions about the Galapagos Islands, and it makes me so happy because it is one of my favorite destinations in South America. But when you start planning it, it gets quite overwhelming and confusing with all the options. So I'm here to tell you about three different ways you can easily tackle the trip and choose the right way to do the islands. It's a once in a lifetime trip, so you want to do it right. There are large ships available. 100 people is the maximum on these boats. They are less intimate, much more public space. They get split into groups of 16 on these pengas that go out onto the islands. You visit 2 sites a day. It's a very structured itinerary. And for those who enjoy larger ships, perhaps in the Caribbean, this may be the option for you because there's a lot going on the boat all the time that you can participate in. Then there are these smaller boats. They hold only 16 passengers. There's probably 30 of those to choose from, and they are my favorite way to do the Galapagos because there's only 16 people on board, one guide, two pengas. You go out to explore the islands. And because these smaller boats are newer, a lot of them are catamarans or even trimarans, they cut through the waves way faster. So you spend less time traveling, more time on the islands. Some of them visit even 3 sites per day. There's snorkeling, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and you're barefoot pretty much the whole week. It's a lot more intimate. You get to know everybody. You get to become friends with the crew. So this is a really good way to enjoy the islands. The third way, and kind of the newest way to enjoy the islands, is island hopping. So 3 of the islands have proper villages on them with hotels and restaurants and cafes and so on. And when you choose to stay in the hotels and travel between the islands via ferry or flight, more on that later, you get a lot more flexibility. You can do, sunrise on the beach and sunset kayaking and walk off to have a restaurant dinner instead of eating in the hotel or on boat. So there's a lot of pros to that. However, the con is you're most likely going to visit only 1 site per day because you're traveling back and forth. And here's the thing about those ferries. The water can be quite rough on those smaller, fast speedboats, and a lot of people feel ill on them. So if you are worried about seasickness, the best way to do it is on one of the catamarans because they are the smoothest ride. So if you have any questions about the 3 different ways to do the Galapagos, I'd be more than happy. My name is Carolina. I'm the founder of State Adventures. We have been specializing in South America since 2006. I have been to Ecuador 6 times myself, and I love the islands. I can tell you all about them. Reach out and happy travels.